Hello everyone, I'm Jessica Blackbird. Welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. You guys, sometimes the rich don't know when to stop trying to get richer. Kim Kardashian is a billionaire according to her. Her ex-husband is a billionaire. Her entire family have hundreds of millions together. They have an empire. And still, they want more, in my opinion. Well, about an hour ago, it came out on NBC News that Kim Kardashian has to pay $1.3 million fine to settle SEC charges over crypto promo. So let's get to this article. I'm actually going to read the Yahoo Finance article, which says Kim Kardashian charged by SEC for pushing crypto reaches 1.26 million settlement, but in reality, it was over 1.3 million. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, is charging Kim Kardashian for unlawfully touting a crypto security, the agency announced on Monday morning. The SEC says that Kardashian was in violation of its rules when she promoted a crypto asset security offered and sold by Ethereum Max without the necessary disclosure that she was paid to promote it. Kardashian has already agreed to settle the case with a $1.26 million penalty payment and to help the SEC with its ongoing investigation. So I read maybe a week or two ago that her pseudo brother-in-law, Scott Disick, is also involved with this corruption. And so now Kim is settling and agreeing to help with the investigation. Let's see what happens to Scott. Let's go on with the article. The agency specified that Kardashian should have disclosed a $250,000 payment she received to publish a post about Ethereum Max, EMAX, tokens on her Instagram account. The settlement reached with the SEC by Kardashian includes a $260,000 payment that represents the original amount plus interest, as well as $1 million in penalties. So, being greedy and dishonest, in my opinion, for a $250,000 check has caused her to have to pay $1 million in penalties, the $250,000 plus interest, which tacked on another $10,000, so $260,000 payment for what? $250,000? How greedy. That should be like a drop in the bucket for a billionaire, right? But some people don't know when to stop. How dishonest. Also, she's pushing this to her followers, millions of followers on Instagram, and not telling them that she's paid that to post this. And that's why she's, giving them advice to go or posting this on her page. It's not that she believes in it. She's, a customer. No, it's for a $250,000 payment. Well, it cost you a pretty penny for that, right? And you had to give it right back and put another $1 million right on top of it. The SEC chair, Gary Gensler, separately posted a message on Twitter about the settlement, noting that celebrity endorsements should not be construed as financial advice basically. This could be a shot across the bow that indicates more enforcement activity is on the table for high-profile celebs who rode the crypto wave by touting specific assets to fans. Gensler has repeatedly expressed the opinion that crypto assets fall under existing securities laws, as do other new technologies that mirror traditional securities in form and function. This is definitely an attention-grabbing way to put the SEC's regulatory force where Gensler's mouth is. Wow, you guys. Just being greedy and a liar, basically, in my opinion. She's not a customer of this. She's being paid to push this to unsuspecting people, her fans. And that's why we can admire people, but we shouldn't be so caught up in their seemingly perfect lives. We should be more concerned with ourselves and how, these people are super, that you can't trust them. How do you think, let's talk about how Kim Kardashian and the whole clan became uber rich in the first place. If you listen to rumor, and I'm not stating this as a fact, if you listen to rumor, they were basically drowning under debt. Their father had passed away, and they really didn't get anything from after his death. Their mother was married to, I can't think of the man's name, Bruce Jenner, before he became Caitlyn. And he was making money by doing speaking engagements around the country, and he was making good money. But if you want to live in Calabasas and you have 6 kids under your roof, and he also had like 4 or 6 children of his own, I can't remember. I think 4 of them were outside and the 2 with Chris. So they had a heavy financial burden. Kim was working as like a closet organizer, and she worked for Brandy Norwood, who's a famous singer. She dated Brandy's brother, Ray J, who was also becoming famous on his own. I remember back then, he was making music and he had fans. He was building himself, And then he and Kim, according to Ray J, if you go to his Instagram, and I think he has a YouTube channel also, he has documents proving that he did not leak that SEX tape that he did with Kim Kardashian back in the 90s. Kim's mother brokered a deal to sell that tape. They each made $400,000 for the deal, and then they would get money on the back end, which means after the tape starts making money and the guy recuperates his money, they start to make money. So they basically made millions of dollars off of this. But Kim, according to Ray J, and you guys, he has documents showing that he did not leak that tape was sold and the deal was brokered by Kim's mother. So that is how they came up with Kim on her back, right? So they all and they got a show with Ryan Seacrest on E, and it was called Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They're now on Hulu, which I have not been watching their Hulu show. I saw the first season. I haven't looked at the second season yet, but I think I need to watch it because people are talking about it left and right everywhere. So anyway, back to this. So that is how these people began their empire, off of her SEX tape with Ray J. And her lie on Ray J, which made people feel so pitiful for her, that she was a young woman who was making LOVE with her boyfriend that she'd been dating for a few years, and that no good man sold or leaked the tape. And so people felt bad for her. But the truth started coming out a few years ago. And when Kim went on, I forgot the guy's name, he's kind of heavy-set Englishman. She went on his show and she took a lie detector test saying that she had no part in selling that tape. Ray J went crazy. He went absolutely ballistic because he has children and he does not want his children to think that he was such a creep that he would do that to someone that he was in a long-term relationship with. And that's how all of this documentation started to come out. And Kim, in my opinion, is either a fool for her mother. Maybe she's afraid to say no to her mother, or she's just grimy and disgusting. And I've said this before, when she and Kanye were together, in my opinion, he elevated her style. She looked much better. She was wearing clothing that was revealing but more appropriate for a mother. And when she and Kanye went their separate ways and she got with Pete, I mean, she just began to look raunchy, for a better word. Her style was not on point. And she and Pete together, in my opinion, they just looked dirty. And Kim just was not behaving like a mother, in my opinion. It was all about her and her romance. And she's on television, right? I did see, that was on the first season of their new Hulu show, where she's talking about how many times Pete has seen her vajayjay. You have 4 children. And you're speaking like that on a reality show about a man who's not their father, a man that you've only been dating for months, and you're speaking that way? Your kids are going to see that when they're older. And then she's like, babe, you want to take a shower with me? I mean, this girl, in my opinion, she's a grown woman in her 40s, but she behaves like a girl. And I find her to be very disgusting in so many ways. I hope she cleans her act up, because I know she wants respect. When she was with Kanye, she started to apprentice to become a lawyer, which California is the only state where that is allowed, but she would not be able to practice outside of California. But California is a very litigious state, so she would be fine just practicing in California. But what has happened with that, you rarely hear her speaking about becoming a lawyer anymore. She's just falling down, and for $250,000, she's now paying, rounded up to $1.3 million, $1.26 million penalty. Because you were greedy. You're not poor anymore, Kim. You don't have to grab every check that comes your way. Even as a poor person, I mean, I'm not homeless, I'm not starving, but, I can't really call myself poor, but I'm not rich and I'm not well off. I would be more choosy. I would have more thought behind just grabbing any check. Did she even think that she was going to be in trouble with the SEC? I mean, did she even think about it? Or was it just, okay, I want this check, I want that check, because they're so used to getting away with shit. I think that the house of Kardashian is on their way down. They're falling. That is my opinion. Get it together, people. The world is in chaos. And everything that is bad is looking good to a lot of people right now. People are, in my opinion, just going with the devil. No kidding, you guys. That's how I feel. What she did was akin to robbery, because she's selling this image, a post, to her followers. And some of them are going to look at them, oh, wow, Kim Kardashian posted this. I'm going to, invest in this. Be careful of who you believe. Be careful of the internet. And you guys, protect your children, please. TikTok, in my opinion, is the devil's den. There is so much going on there that is detrimental to children. So watch your kids. And also, I read somewhere that, TikTok is a Chinese company. Their kids are learning life skills on TikTok. Wow. The algorithms here in the United States is teaching our kids. I'm not a mother, but I'm an aunt. And I'm a dog mom. But it's teaching our kids here in the U.S. how to be petty, how to do stupid challenges that actually kill and maim people. Also pushing the trans agenda, which is, you keep your kids off of there, okay? Just watch them closely. And never believe what the Kardashians are selling to you on their Instagram, Twitter, all of that. Because in my opinion, it seems like they're only after money. Even though they're uber rich, they cannot stop. In my opinion. I'm just saying all of this is my opinion about these people. Let me know what you think in the comments.